Or I wished upon a star that, God, just wanna go abroad and marry a white man with blue-eyed babies. We humans are complicated beings because sometimes when we dream of something, right, about things or people, and then when it's there, can we handle it? It's like, okay, if you want a superpower, can you handle it? The pros and cons. Hello tribe, it's me again, Donna Bliss, and today I'm gonna share with you how I manifested my dream life. First of all, everybody's dream life is different. For example, my mom's dream life for me is to marry a millionaire. Anyone with a very glamorous lifestyle. For my dad's dream life for me is to be a successful dentist in the Philippines, specifically in our city, which is Coronadal City. He doesn't really care if I marry or not, because if a woman is successful, who needs a partner with a very successful career, isn't it? Just kidding. He didn't want me to go abroad. His first reaction was, think about it. Because at that time, when I had my chance to live abroad, I was already a full-on dentist in a mobile clinic in a small town near our city. He asked me again and again, do you really want to sing abroad? And I told him, Dad, you already told me that if I can finish my studies, I can do whatever I want. And all I wanted was to sing. There's also a dream life that everybody wants from you. For example, your neighbors. They would want you to marry someone rich, or when you're abroad, someone who's white and rich, so that you can shower them with, your excess blessing, material stuff whenever you go home. This is important as my introduction because you need to ask yourself, truly be honest with yourself. What is your dream life? Let's assume that there's no one around you. There's no parents, there's no neighbors and friends. Your dream life. Because it's so different from the first expectation or the first thing that comes into mind. To be honest with you guys, where you're very aware of your surroundings, where your eyes are open to other realities, like you see people, not that you're comparing yourself to other people, but you observe people and their patterns and their choices. And this is the thing. I found out that our dreams in life, every time we experience contrast, not necessarily a problem. A contrast is that something you can compare from happy or not being happy. Like there's a difference. Dream guy or ideal guy was different from when you were young, and now that you had lots and lots of experience with men, so you understand your needs and wants, and you understand who you are and what makes you happy. And so the dream guy you wanted when you were 16 is different now that you have different needs because you have kids, for example. Your dream life might be so different from the person next to you. For example, my mom, she wanted to be a nun, and that's her dream life, to be in a convent. She's big into following faith. There are people whose dream is to live in a farm all their lives, like my best friend, growing their own food, their own livestock, their own eggs, everything. And there are those who want to live in the cabin in the woods. They don't like a lot of people. That's what I mean. We've got our own definition of dream life. As for me, I will be very honest to say that now that I'm in my 40s, there are different phases in my life that I have this dream life that I want. I would tell you a very good example for this is that I have a very close friend who grew up in a farm all her life, all her childhood, and she just looks at the airplane, her parents' cornfield, and just dreamed that maybe someday I can fly, I can experience that. That's what happened. She dreamt about having millions in her bank account, having a child. She dreamt about having a man who will not cheat and will treat her like she's a queen, and that happened. And guess what? All her dreams came true, right? All the ticks in her box happened. And one day, she received the biggest contrast of her life. her used to be dream man asked a lot from her energy, which means that her mental and physical health was on the line here. And you know, the most surprising thing happened was that her dreams became so different. She said to me, I want a peaceful life. I want a happy life with my son, she said, with or without the man of my dreams, as long as I have a good mental health. That's what she said. And so that's the bottom line of our dream life actually changes over time. We have different stages in our lives. Probably when we are in our 70 or 80, we look back to our choices before. Did I choose the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Did I actually made everything to make myself happy? We humans are complicated beings because sometimes when we dream of something, right? When we say, oh, I want to be with my dream person. And so the universe gives you your dream person in front of you. And then it's like, oh my gosh, it's so much, it's too much. It's too much for me to handle. I'm too afraid because true love, that means so much love means so much pain. So we do dream about things or people, and then when it's there, can we handle it? Okay, if you want a superpower, the pros and cons, can you handle it? Before I manifested my life living abroad, I dreamed that, or I wished upon a star and said, God, I just wanna go abroad and marry a white man with blue-eyed babies. And so, believe it or not, I manifested all of that. And that last wish was to be happy was a little bit funny. I was not specific about my wish. I didn't say to be rich. I just said happy. The universe reads your energy. When I said happy, well, we have a lot of definition of happiness, isn't it? My happy is defined as being content, being in a home where there is peace, having a partner who listens to me, who understands me and gives me emotional support, emotional, sexual, spiritual, and overall satisfaction. That's my definition of happiness. I didn't say financial success. I guess what I'm trying to say here is that it is important that when you wish upon a star, now that I'm more wiser, I wish I said content. Because being content, guys, is very important, because no matter how much millions you have, no matter how much success you have, no matter how many countries you traveled, if you're not content, then you're like a bottomless pit. It's like the world is not enough and you'll never be happy, isn't it? It's like a rat race. You know that rat running in a spinning wheel? I'll give you an example. I have been watching all these movie stars in Hollywood. The ones that used to be famous and now they are like in their 60s and 70s and 80s. In Hollywood, you know, being young, always center of attention, being important every now and then, it's like a must there to be a significant person in Hollywood. If you're a movie star, isn't it? Being in the limelight. So when you were successful and you all have these looks, money and popularity and everything, okay, you are at the top of the world. But there will come a time when you don't have looks anymore. No matter how many injections you will have, no matter how many surgeries you have, you will reach 80s and it's like Madonna. No matter what you do with your face, it's gonna be, you know what I mean? And lucky for her if she's satisfied or if she's content. But if she, until now, is still searching for that being significant, being important, or being, you know, well-known, a lot of teenagers now, I don't know if they know her, they know Madonna. If a person has contentment, no matter what he has, what he don't have, he's okay with it. That's my bottom line. Yes, I am living my dream life now because I am content. I don't have everything. I may not be rich, but I'm content with what I have and I'm okay with what I don't have. So I hope, guys, that you will stop comparing yourself to other people, because guys, we die alone in our deathbed. Nobody cares. The big question is, did you make yourself happy? That's the important question you need to ask yourself. Have you been pleasing yourself in your time in this earth while you were young or right now? Or are you doing stuff pleasing everybody to make everybody happy? But what about you? Are you happy? Are you doing the kind of dream you want for yourself? Not the kind of dream your parents want for you. Because that's their dream. What is your dream? Are you living your dream life? It's up to you. It's not anybody's business what your happiness means, your definition of success means. Because at the end of the day, we die alone. I think the manifestation will be faster. It will be happening for you if you don't compare yourself a lot to other people. I find that I always stay on my lane. I never look at my neighbor's garden, what they're doing, because I'm too busy with mine. I'm too busy creating the life that I want. You know what I mean? So the more you go looking and comparing others to your life, I think the manifestation becomes slower. And when you don't align yourself with that wish, if, for example, you're manifesting a good person in your life, you need to be a good person first. If you want true love, be true love first. If you want someone who will not lie to you, who will be true to their words, well, you have to be that person first, because you will never attract that kind of energy if you're asking something that you're not. When I see my friends so happy with their lives, and when I see them being very abundant, a lot of them, guys, my friends who I'm telling you about, there is one thing that's common to them. This personality trait. They are givers. I seldom hear them criticizing other people, and they have not a lot of ego. These are the people who are very blessed with their lives. And most of them are not judgmental. I think when people are good inside, less jealousy, less being judgy to other people, I think you are blessed with good things if you give good energy. That's my observation with my friends who are very blessed, abundant, not only with money but with the wishes that they ask for are always given to them. Anyhow, I am just sharing this with you because I see that most people who are negative, well, if you always think negative, you focus on the negative, right? There is 3 character traits that my friends who are very abundant that I can share with you. One is that they don't compare themselves to other people. Number 2, they are almost extreme givers. Number 3, they don't complain a lot. Number 4, they are positive thinkers. Number 5, they are dreamers. And number 6, they are not jealous. Okay, so 6 characteristics, not just 3. I'll tell you my secret. And every time I meet an abundant person, I study them. I make sure that I follow what they do, their advices, and I observe them very quietly, how they deal with people, with money, and their thought patterns. I think it's very helpful to be mindful of your inner energy, how you give off your energy, your frequency inside, and how you give it. I hope I made you think today. And please like, share, and subscribe if you find my videos helpful and can help somebody else you love. As usual, love and light, and see you again next time. Bye.
You don't get out what you're putting in.